Jensen Huang took the stage at Computex like a tech prophet, unveiling yet another wave of revolutionary chips and AI factories. This masterful performance isn't just innovation, it's masterful hype that keeps NVIDIA's sky-high valuation alive by convincing investors the company owns the entire future of computing, even as competitors close in and real-world adoption lags behind the spectacle.
Companies asking us, how do we run agents safely? How do we build agents for our own workloads? And so we have the NVIDIA Agent Toolkit for Enterprise AI. You've seen me build this in plain sight.
Oh, we've seen you, Jensen. We've seen you do a lot of stuff. On the opening bid roundtable, some hot takes on this one. Tom Essay, Simmons Report Research founder, alongside Yahoo Finance's own Inez Ferre and Jared Blickery. Tom, good to see you. I mean, who needs people, right?
Yeah, apparently we're just going to have agents do everything, which who knows? At some point this may actually happen. But, Jensen Huang has a great ability to talk about the future of AI and all the things it's going to do. And right now in the market mindset, any happy talk about AI creates an automatic rally. And the reveal of the chip that's going to go into laptops and potentially change laptops forever has now got a whole bunch of stocks rallying, including NVIDIA. And so here we go again. Now, geopolitical headlines have turned a bit sour here in the last 10 minutes, but the AI enthusiasm that's carrying this market, it is alive and well. If you whisper AI, it seems like your stock's going to go up 10%, and the gains are simply jaw-dropping, as are, by the way, the earnings increases for a lot of these companies. I mean, this is not just hype. These companies are making mountains of money.
But Tom, really, one of the stocks up this morning is ServiceNow. This company was left for dead for the better part of a year. I mean, the stock was absolutely smashed. You mean to tell me ServiceNow is worth 10% more today than it was at the closing bell on Friday?
No, right? I mean, it is because people are going to chase it, but you're absolutely right, Brian. I mean, the moves in these stocks have really got to give people a bit of pause because, again, I get it. NVIDIA announced a chip that could revolutionize the laptop. Okay, well, that's amazing. When it comes out, I'm sure it'll be awesome. I don't know why that all of a sudden results in ServiceNow being bid up and everybody rushing into it. There's so much money pouring into this trade, it's just looking for a home. So any sort of positive headline, any sort of positive inference is causing that ocean of money chasing this trade to go to every single corner. It's like a spill going to every nook in the room. Yeah, and that's exactly what's happening. And we're getting this constant drip of positive AI news, and it's keeping the money flowing.
Jared, one of those stocks that's gotten an ocean of money seemingly every week, it's Micron. I just had a story hit on Yahoo Finance, our homepage, on how overbought Micron is at current levels. I think last time it was this overbought, Bill Clinton was president.
Yes, it was. Well, I think it was 1995. So I'm reading some of your notes here, but I also did my own independent research. Now, RSI is a relative strength indicator, and it shows you momentum in a stock. And when it gets too high, like 70 or 80, that means it's potentially overbought. And so maybe it's gone a little bit too far too fast. And so what Micron has done on monthly data here, so this is a very large time frame, has not been this overbought since 1995. Now, it doesn't mean that Micron has to roll over immediately, but according to your notes, that's exactly what it did in 1995 for about a year and a half. And I think it dropped about 40%, something like that. So there are two ways a stock can kind of get rid of its overbought status. It can correct in price or it can correct in time. And if it corrects in time, you don't have to see a big price decrease, but you got to consolidate a little bit. So Micron has definitely gone a little bit too far too fast, and we're just splitting hairs over when the eventual top is, I think.
Jerry, you know where I got that amazing stat from? Yahoo Finance Alpha Space. Love me some Alpha Space. I was able to go back quickly on my dashboard and go back to 1995 and look at the relative strength index as I tried to predict a stock price. No, I didn't, just kidding. But I did use Alpha Space for that. And as, in a sign of the crazy times, we have IBM up so much this morning simply because of a recirculated video of the president touting IBM stock and its CEO. This is just wild stuff.
these are some legacy companies that are seeing some big gains. And if you take a look across the space, I mean, we are talking about a narrow leadership when it comes to the market rally that we've seen. And this has sort of concerned some strategists talking about fragility basically in this rally because of the narrow leadership. But within the AI space, you have seen this broadening of this trade beyond just semiconductors. So you're looking at Microsoft this morning, that's up because software has taken a bid. Also, it's been pounded down earlier this year because of this Jensen Huang announcement. You're also looking at Dell, HPE. These companies are also these sort of like legacy companies that are seeing gains. So it's across the board when it comes to the AI trade. You're talking about CPUs, you're talking about servers, personal computers. I wouldn't be surprised if also you've got the handheld phones, because now it's all about also AI being done more locally. So if you're talking about personal computers that can have more AI workload, what about personal phones later on that is able to do this? Still, we're still talking about what Tom was talking about, which is it's the AI trade, and anything that you mentioned with AI is going to see a bump.
Inez, it's the throwback tech trade. You coined that last week.
I did coin that last week, and I stand by it, because you are seeing every throwback name out there that we've talked about. IBM, HP, Dell, Cisco, all these 1999 names.
Tom, let me get back to you. Where I am concerned a little bit is on an AMD, Qualcomm, and Intel. This chip from NVIDIA comes out, I believe, in the fall. This is a big knock, or a big potential knock to those three companies, and specifically Qualcomm. I mean, the stock is getting obliterated.
Yeah, it is, right? It's sort of the headline of it, I think, is somewhat concerning, but I don't look at it as catastrophic, and here's why. If NVIDIA comes out, with this chip and it is integrated into laptops and it truly does sort of revolutionize the personal computer, then all we're doing is just putting increased demand, right, for all the components of AI. And NVIDIA can't make all the chips by themselves. And so they're going to be copycats. And Intel and Qualcomm and the others are going to create their own types of chips as well. So the sort of the story about this, and I get, as investors, we're sitting there looking at these ridiculous gains on sort of really not that bullish news if we just look at it. But if you got to go underneath the surface and see the actual demand for all these components, for memory, for semiconductors, for networking, it is insatiable and it's real. And so as you're seeing these stocks rise, we're talking about Micron. Micron stock is up 100% in 3 months, over 100%. The forward PE of Micron, I was looking last week, is somewhere around 10x. And it's because the earnings are rising so quickly as well. So I get it. I was there in 99. I watched it. There are a lot of things that remind me of it. But I would also stress investors look at the actual demand. And with this NVIDIA chip announcement, if they follow through, it's just going to create even more demand for all these chips and semiconductors, which I think ultimately benefits the entire semiconductor space. I would actually be looking to buy some of the other semiconductor companies on this weakness.
Tom, you asked a very simple but nuanced question.